The next step, very important, storyboarding. Some people, they don't do the storyboard at this stage. They would do it a little bit later after you move into production. I suggest you do it at this stage. It's a lot of work, but the storyboarding will be a place where you would start putting all of these pieces that you add together. For example, all the scene that fits into the act with the story, you will start to put it in a certain drawing way. Okay, and there's many tools to help you to do storyboarding. If you go, and I'm gonna check on the link, you have different resources to help you to do storyboarding. But it's kind of a cartoon drawing of what the scenes will be and going on, and certain dialogue or certain things that are happening there. You're not getting into the script yet. Okay, and the real detailed storyboarding will have all the details, and that will come later. But at least a high level one, in order for us to understand how does the character evolve in the story, what are the key moments there, on top of the visual that we're going to be bringing. It helps also understand from the concept the designers that are going to come in. How do you see this, for example, scene where you're showing an act? What's going to be happening there, right? What are we trying to convey during that 5 minutes, for example, scene? What are we trying to bring as a message there? And therefore, the designer could understand that. Is it a romantic type of scenery? Is it that we're trying to show how angry we are? Or, and that will help them figuring out, should I do that kind of projection? Should I do that kind of lighting? Do we need that kind of special effect? It helped them all, get a sense of, at that moment, I need to have something like that. Because one of the things they're going to need to do as soon as possible is to start planning the design, but also sometimes is to start planning what kind of equipment they're going to need in order for them to be able to implement their design that they haven't done yet. Why? Because sometimes getting certain equipment manufactured or done to do certain things takes a lot of time. And if you don't get this process going as early as possible, you might, have a design and then figuring out what equipment you need, and that's going to be too late. By the time you order them, get them made, you're going to be missing all the cycle of production. So there's a little bit of gain to be done with a storyboard, at the high-level storyboard, from a design perspective, where some people, they could have an idea, oh boy, I'm going to need that kind of a special effect. Or, okay, so I'm going to have that LED projection, so that kind of image I'm going to need there, so I better put in my, budget for equipment, that kind of equipment. So I know I've got that to work with at that moment. So the more you could give as part of the concept to your design team to help them get a grip of what is going to be expected, the better it will be for them to design. So storyboarding is a piece. It's like very much used in the industry, and there's a lot of tools to use them, and I suggest that you get familiar with that, because it's a way of telling the story at a high level and in a different way than just still image or even a video that we're going to be talking for the presentation in the next section.